The sun was sinking in the horizon as Mirk was following the path through the hills. Beautiful changing colors ran over the landscape, making it all intense and alive. In afar he could see the old house on the mountain top. He was supposed to continue his studies there. It didn't look like much. "It's a lot better than the university in town," his uncle had said. "You'll see." Mirk wondered how that little house could be better than the old majestic faculty it came from. He was a good student, dedicated and intelligent, and had become one of the best students on the mathematics course. Meta-mathematics was his favorite. How it all worked, why it came together like it did. Logic, the most intriguing part of it all. He climbed the numerous stairs up towards the house. Strange birds were flying around the tall, almost cylindrical mountain as the landscape spread out underneath. In the shadows of the falling night he could see lakes, forests, and hills. To the east he saw his town, far, far away. What was beyond the cliffs in the west he did not know. He arrived at the top and stretched his back. The rucksack wasn't really that heavy, but the walk had been long. The house was bigger than it seemed from below. It had a tower on one side and a huge front door. A metal dragon attached to it held a big ring in its mouth. He lifted the ring, let it fall. He could hear the knock echo through the halls on the other side. He waited. He knocked again, this time twice. Nothing happened. He slid down on the ground with his back to the door. "All this walk for nothing," he said to himself. He heard something. Somewhere deep inside the house a door was opened. Footsteps were coming closer. He jumped up, straightened his clothes. He heard keys turning in the door. A moment of silence. Slowly the heavy door opened. A little old man was standing there. Very old and very little. He glared up on him with a curious look, examining him for a while. "Hello," Mirk said nervously. The old man said nothing, just kept looking at him, at his clothes and his little bag. "My uncle..." The old man turned around and disappeared into the darkness of the house. "Come, apprentice, please, come in." The house seemed even bigger on the inside. There were corners and crevices all over, candlelights and fire torches. Mirk followed the old man up a big staircase to the second floor. At the end of the hall there was a door. "This will be your room." It was a small chamber, scarcely furnished, with a bed, a small desk, and some drawers. It was dusty. Spiderwebs covered the corners. "You might want to clean a bit," the old man said. "I'll be waiting in the library for your first class." "Where's the library?" The old man was gone. Mirk cleaned his room and got his things out of the bag. He sat down on the bed for a moment. He really felt like going to sleep, but the old man had said he was waiting for him. He walked down the stairs. A bat flew out from the ceiling. Some mice ran over the floor. A cat was watching him from upon a shelf. Further down he could see a light. From an open door came a warm yellow glow. The library was huge, much bigger than the house was from outside, challenging any concept of geometry he'd ever known. Winding stairways seemed to go on forever. So many books, big books, small books, books of every color he'd ever seen, and more. There was one lying on the table, bigger than himself. Slowly he walked over, looked at it, stroked the paper. Sparks followed his fingers as he touched it. He saw strange formulas, symbols he'd never seen before, symbols he couldn't even understand how was drawn. "So you found it." Mirk spun around. He felt like an intruder, but the old man was smiling. What is it?" Mirk looked back at the big book. "There are numbers in this world beyond counting," the old man answered. "Numbers we cannot understand. A set of symbols, a system, where inexplicable things are explained. Outside of reason and logic, deeper than philosophy and science. Far more real than any religion. This is what you will study. They are the structure of reality. Some call them magic." As the old man said the last word, the book's sheet flapped as in the wind, but there weren't even a draft. Mirk looked at the symbols. They were shining. He turned the page to see more. This was going to be a good semester.